Hey! Don't know what you missed. I don't know what we missed. There's a cutscene. You got cut in the face. Swords broke. Fucked, basically. So let's get back to it. Yeah, we're damaged. She's holding a torso.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Where are we going? Oh, he's up there. Wow. The vision of him's up there anyway.
It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy. Sword play under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing. And the world danced with him. The gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
I'm not going in water. Fuck you. Well, apart from that deep.
death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Well, you need to tell me the next bit then. It has got mind of its own, this camera.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
No, it's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. Different. You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick.
Oh, shit.
You're deluded. Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew, and dance with it, just like he does.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dilly. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant, Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Right.
By the tree. Can you see him? You want to believe him. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign. The tree. What's he trying to tell you?
Okay, that's something
He's
I
waiting for you by the tree.
probably need. There's another one.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive. As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Okay, that's what we're in. Up to a tree. That's a sword.
Take
imagine a sword that can slay gods? Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and
Sword in
gifted
the
to
story.
Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard.
Go to the shards.
What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you. Find it. The metal. The runes.
You need that sword.
Go to the shard.
Where is it?
Find it. There it is.
Focus.
Where's the shard? Focus.
Focus.
Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
What can you see? Go to it.
It's not
I want to
safe.
tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Okay.
His face. What is it?
What does it see?
Get closer.
Focus.
Focus.
Where are we?
What is this?
It's the same.
Different.
It's another world. It's lighter.
It's nicer. I like it here. Can we stay?
Let's stay here.
It's safe here. It's calm here.
It's light here.
It's nice.
The bridge.
It's not broken.
It's fixed.
What?
The bridge is fixed.
Let's cross it.
Lock from the other side, isn't it? Yeah.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Dillian.
Don't forget.
You can feel it.
You can feel his presence.
You need the runes to fight Dillian. You need Dillian. He's waiting for you.
He always said
He's close.
he cares about you.
Feel he's close.
He loves you.
Calling you. Dillian. Dillian, we're here.
Dillian.
We're nearly here.
Well, the gate's open in this one.
The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's safe. Dillian. There he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go through him before he disappears. Dillian. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. Does it feel like to be in this world? He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark. The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Get that open.
He was the only one she could trust. Could she trust him? He cared in a way that nobody else did.
You can't go up there.
You can't go up there.
Not in this world.
No, not in this world. You can't.
And we change back.
You broke him. You killed him. You couldn't see the darkness within you.
Now we can get in. Oh. Shit.
You had that loved you. You squashed it, strangled it, flattened it.
The curse cannot be undone.
Everything gets broken in the end.
How'd you get in?
With your love because he believed in you.
Oh, fucking 8 puzzles. Lucky. I was meant to scan the body.
You are guilty.
Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Do you even remember?
His love is guiding.
Here.
Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without
Nobody
you.
will love you.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Your happiness is
She destroys the
You kill the thing
There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do it. You're nearly there. Just find the way.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Balder's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
The curse strangled her, just like it strangled him.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, "I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon." Loki replies, "Here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands." And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed.
Yeah, Balder's weakness.
And for
Mistletoe.
Huth is slain.
Look what happens to the things you love.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement.
You're cursed.
An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
Ah. Oh, yeah.
What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying you minute by minute by minute? Dillian's in the tower. What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she... They mean nothing. Be special. Waste of time. Could all be a waste of her time. What if the gods are just playing? What if the gods are laughing at her? Messing with her? It wouldn't be the first time. You have no chance for it. Nobody will love you again. Ever again. Are you kidding? Was it worth it? Wasting your time. You have no time for this. Speed up. These rooms mean nothing. It's all part of their game. They've set you trials to distract you. They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall. What if these trials mean nothing? It's laughing
Oh,
at
that's
you.
out of the door.
What if they take you no closer to Strix? You should have listened to your father when you had the chance. Get in the way. What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle?
Yeah, it's repaired.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Baldur's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Baldur's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept
Oh
his death.
Christ, I forgot to change the stream name. Fucking hell.
Dillian didn't believe in the curse. Dillian believed in you.
No, it's Hellblade now, not Journey. Oh dear. Oh, there's a bridge.
Do you remember meeting him beneath the tree?
He didn't believe she was cursed.
He saved you when everyone else turned their backs.
Your curse is fate.
Oh yeah, both doors are open. That's fine. Game's not good for the heart. Stressful. Compared to
Do you
Journey.
know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillian's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead.
How does that make you feel? Do you think she
Oh, there.
remembers him?
Oh no, I need to look at it from the other side. At least this game isn't giving me motion sickness today.
What if this is pointless?
What are you doing?
Oh.
Why did you think you could make this work?
You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Baldur return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Baldur stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Baldur, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Baldur was never my friend, she says. Let hell keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Loki, you know everything he does in the Marvel universe.
He's the reason she's alive at all.
Right. We'll go back to the dark world now.
Why didn't she listen to me? She thought she could define it.
Like a time traveling challenge. The game was more interesting before, fighting bosses and shit. Oh no, I need to go back downstairs.
Dillian doesn't know who killed him, but we do.
Not real love. Oh god.
Yes.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel. I guess he took
Oh
after
my
his
god,
father,
don't fucking fall.
the chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his
I
eyes.
don't even know whether I'm actually doing
Slowly.
anything with this left stick.
The darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Very careful. You've come this far, don't let him slip away.
He's gonna be gone.
Narrow bridge.
As soon as I
There's a
look
long
up.
way to fall.
Oh no, he's there. Oh.
No! Where's he gone? It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to me. Just come to the water. He's drowned.
Got that one done.
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I lived for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
It's done. You did it. But there's more. There's more. You're tired, but you have to keep going. There's still more. There's always more to do. It's not going to be easy. You're getting tired. Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you got the energy? She hasn't got the energy. No. Too much to do.
There's 3, I think. Oh my. Oh, I don't even know. Oh, nice, easy. Okay. This one. That other challenge over there was a one-hit kill monster.
The king in the
that
north
chases you.
forced the dwarves to make a sword that would
Don't want
never
that right
fail
now.
and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it.
What would you like us to do with dead bodies?
But when it comes and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Feel the dead in the air. You can feel the dead. Why would he do this? Turn back. Why would he bring her here? It's not safe here. Why would he do something so dangerous? It can't be Dillian. He would never bring you here. Dillian would never do that. He would never risk her life. He cares about her too much. He loves her. He doesn't. He does. It's not Dillian, it's a trick.
Would anyone want to go in there? Bloody hell.
Don't go in there. Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Oh my god, I shit myself.
Who's there?
This is fucking pitch black.
Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
Like that. Okay.
There he is. There he is. Dillian, there he is. Finally. You found him.
What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me?
How did you let him go again?
Just wait there. I'll find you.
How could you? You have to find him. This is your mission. Find him. You have to use everything you have and find him. Get him back. He was just there. How could you lose him? How could she lose him? How could she? Find him.
That's dead end now. Right. In there.
I'll find him.
What was that?
Don't touch the walls.
You don't know what they might do.
Turn back.
She has to keep going.
It's not safe here.
She
Don't
has
touch
to
the
keep
walls.
Going.
If you go down there, no one can save you.
It's too scary.
How was that torch lit there?
I can hear him.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Oh, what I'm trying to do now. The giant god baby destroyed my sword.
The voice is getting louder. Listen.
Dillian. Listen, listen, listen. It's him. Listen.
It's getting louder.
There he is.
You're getting closer.
Keep going.
Senua, follow the voice.
We're nearly there.
Dillian's voice.
It's him. He's going to save you.
Find the voice.
Find him.
Find another way. It's not working.
You have to use your mind. Where can you go?
You're failing. Find another
Think.
way.
Think. Focus. Use your mind.
He's disappeared. You let him slip through your fingers once again.
Think clearly. You have to find another way. There
another
has to be
way.
another way.
Alright. Focus. Oh my god, this is fucked up. Right. Back to the pillar. Back again. Alright. instead. Oh my god, that's lit and all. I think it loads in.
Don't doubt yourself, you'll never find it. She doesn't recognize it. Yes, you do, you know. She doesn't. Listen for his voice, listen. Dillian, where are you? Listen for his voice. Dillian. She can't hear it. Does everything look the same? It looks the same. Something's different. Look for clues. What is it? What's different? There's a clue. Look.
Done that one. What is going on? I am lost. Hey, new path. Right.
It's not him. It's not him. We told you. We told you it was a trick.
Oh.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian. What's happening? Quiet. It's not him. He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him.
Oh god.
That's not Dillian. That doesn't sound like Dillian. It sounds like something dangerous.
That voice. It's not Dillian.
What the fuck is this?
Dillian wants me to face my fears.
I got out.
Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chief himself.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
Oh, it's her dad she hears. In her head.
No boy is going to save you. No one can.
Wow.
When they see the rot growing inside you,
No.
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
Oh my god.
I am leaving.
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Right.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What to do with the sword?
Got two shards
The
left.
sword will never be yours.
That one over there I don't want to
What
do.
if
They're
this
just red.
is the end? It's just a
You
trick.
have to run away from a one-hit monster.
This test. You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again. You're being tested.
Don't know how to get to it.
You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
Right, I'm gonna save it up here then. Stop for some dinner. No motion sickness today, thank God. Of what?